got quarterback Mitch Davidson, 4 touchdown passes, I believe. Questions?
Well, Mitch, I mean, the big one here today, just what's it mean to come out here and get a win knowing you had to get this win today?
Yeah, number one, and we got to give the glory to God on this one. He gives us adversity. He faces with adversity every single day, and he was with us today. And I thank him. Without him, we wouldn't be able to be out there as a team and playing together and getting that win. So, that's number one. But number two, our team fought, man. We're a bunch of fighters. Coming out of last week, being down, what was it, 10-24 at one point, 10-31, and and the way we lost, it left a sour taste in our mouth. We don't want to lose like that. And coming to this game, we know it's must win. And it's Youngstown, it's gritty football, and I believe we came out today as a team, and we played well. Again, we faced adversity early. Coming out of the second half, we knew we had to. As an offense, we had to move the ball better. We can't go 3 and outs and stuff like that. And our defense had our backs. Troy got a good pick. We got to go down. We got punch a touchdown in there. But overall, I thought we played well, and I'm super proud of my team.
Mitch, kind of a swing of emotions last week. You guys were going to walk off this week, a win. Just talk about just that from week to week, how things can kind of flip like that.
Yeah, we can never be too high, too low. I love being the team to walk off with the game-winning field goal for sure. But, going into last week, it was just we got to work harder as an offense. We can't put ourselves in a hole like we did and try to climb out like we did. I truly believe we got one of the most explosive offenses in FCS, and I thought we did a great job last week of digging us out of that hole. But we can't put ourselves into that, and we did it today. And that's the reason I think we were successful and made a field goal to win the game.
That drive to start the fourth quarter, I think it was 13 plays, 44 yards, and they had taken the lead. That drive kind of allowed you guys to take the lead right back.
Yeah.
How did that drive kind of set up what you guys were able to do there at the end?
Yeah, I mean, number one, we said in the huddle going into that drive, it starts up front. Those O-linemen, they played well today. They played their butts off. I mean, and we knew that all week. It was going to start with those guys up front. We knew if they held up in the pass game, we were going to complete shots downfield, which we did. And number two, if they held up in the run game, we were going to break some big ones. And we did that. Tyshawn King and Dre Rushing had a couple explosive runs for us. So, that was huge for our line.
Mitch, when you got the ball back, 4 minutes left, tie game, did you know you did not want to give the ball back to Illinois State? You wanted to eat the clock?
Yep. We wanted to eat that clock as much as we can. We call that 4 minute. I mean, we are milking that clock all the way down. We don't want our defense back on the field. I truly believe when our offense is on that field, we're going to win football games, coming down to the end there, like today. And last week, we did a horrible job of it. We gave the other team the ball back with 32 seconds left, and we lost the game. And we can't do that. As an offense, we have to have our defenses back every single drive. And today, I felt like we practiced it all week. We did 2-minute drill every day. And, that showed today that practice execution becomes game reality.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Very good. All right, we got Andrew Listowka here. We'll take questions for Andy.
Andrew, was that the biggest field goal of your life?
Every field goal is a big field goal, but that one definitely felt good.
What does it mean to get a win like this here at home, coming back from the loss on the road?
Comes down to everyone doing their job, everyone doing their 111th. I mean, defense came up with a big stop, forcing that field goal, and we knew it would come down to us. So getting that operation was the smoothest operation of the year, and I was happy to see it go through.
Can you take us through, they call the timeout, make you wait a little bit more, just take us kind of through that final.
I mean, I believe in the man above. I'm a man of faith. So trusted in the outcome, that he was looking out for me. No, I wasn't nervous at all. I think I'm more nervous for this than I was for the field goal. But, I mean, calling the timeout, we knew it was going to happen, but just keeping your head in the right place and knowing you can make it no matter the circumstance.
Did you have the feeling all day long it might be coming down to you?
Yeah. I mean, it's a hunch. Brett, our long snapper, was telling me, he was like, this is the day. This morning we woke up in the hotel. He said this was the day. And he was right. Today was the day.
Andrew, kind of offense gets the ball back with about 4 minutes left. What's your kind of routine? You guys know that the offense is trying to drive down to kind of set things up for you. What's kind of your routine at that point to get ready for that kick, for that moment?
It's the same routine I do every time I get it on the field, whether it's an extra point or a long field goal. Start with leg swings, just getting loose, and then hit a few balls into the net and try to lock in.
Are you telling them where you want it to be placed? I mean, are you kind of going through that process as, it's getting that to that time?
I'm big into the flow of the offense, so wherever the offense is at, I'm good to hit from. Left hash, right hash, middle. I don't say I have a preference. I just know that if they're in range, I'm good from any spot on the field, really.
Does it make you feel good that you make so many field goals?
It definitely does feel good when you see the ball go through. You practice it every day, and just see it in a game is something special.
Just what are you feeling when you're looking through the uprights and see it go through? What's going through your mind at that very moment with the team rushing on the field coming after you?
Thank goodness. I was so relieved for that ball to go through. I mean, off my foot, I knew it was good, and definitely was awesome.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody good? All right, we'll go ahead and take questions.
Doug, you always talk about the 4-minute offense. You got the ball back with 4:18 on your own 25. Can you just kind of take us through those? I think it was 10 plays or whatever.
Yeah, they have 3 timeouts, so a little bit different, but we needed to run our base offense. We needed to get those hard first downs. You get 2 first downs in that drive. Now you kind of flip the field. Now you can, go maybe a little bit quicker, but we need to get those 2 hard first downs, which we're able to do. Last week we got the 2 hardest first downs and then, stopped at the 40. Well, today we got those 2 hard first downs, and we're able to continue that drive and get us in a position. They weren't going to use their timeouts. So then you start milking it because we didn't want to give the ball back. And, we knew we wanted to get close to the 20-yard line. That was the goal. And sometimes you slip a run in there to try to get them if they're on pass rush or they're blitzing. But I thought the key was, Mitch, hitting Tyshawn there, get us a little bit closer. The new rule is you can't call consecutive timeouts. That helps. That's why you didn't see 2 or 3 timeouts like you used to see in football. So we knew they'd call that first timeout, and then it's about protection. It's about execution. We talk about operations, and kick a field goal. It starts with the snapper. You got a holder. You got to protect up front. And, to see it come together and see it go down the uprights and to see us execute something that we work on. I mean, we work on that each and every week. And, last week when it didn't work, we were crushed because we work on it. And we used the time, to get it down all the way. And we see ourselves kicking a field goal at the end of the game. So to see that come to fruition, today you saw, third down probably wasn't great for us, but, we don't rarely go for it on fourth down. I think we're 4 for 4. And those plays and continuing to drive, I think in the second half anyways, because, I thought both teams settled in to the game the second half. Adjustments were made. Go off the field, and number 2 has 120 yards receiving. I saw he had 170. So, we had to make some tweaks. Go into a game, you got to be problem solvers. And they had to be problem solvers too. They're not used to somebody running the football on them. So we knew we had to see what adjustments were they going to make going later in the game. We had to make adjustments, and that's a great team, and we knew it. We said this is a playoff caliber game. It was a must-win for both programs, both teams. And like the Missouri Valley, again, it comes down to 3 seconds and kicking the winning field goal, and we end up this week being on the winning side.
Question. Why do you guys not rush the field goal kicker why doesn't everybody rush?
Everyone,
Yeah.
Everyone has their job and responsibility. So if I'm on field goal block, it might be taking this guard this way and you're taking that tackle this way, which allows one guy to sneak through a little crack. So everyone on that unit has a role wherever you're attacking. If I'm attacking off the edge, you got somebody that maybe is going to take the wing upfield. Somebody's going to crush the tight end. So, again, you're trying to create those seams.
When they're trying to kick a field goal.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I mean. We're setting up you mean for us to block their kicks?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're trying to create seams. And so those guys up front are the ones trying to split the seam, and guys are designated to hit those seams.
Coach, you drive to start the fourth quarter, the 8-minute drive. I mean, they've just taken the lead for the first time. What was that in being able to get that kind of a response to get that drive, and how did that drive set up what you guys were able to do there at the end of the game?
We came in at half, and, when the defense did get stops during the first half, guess what we did? We punted the football. When we talk about complementary football, when their defense gets a stop, that's when we got to be able to help them get first downs and put points on the board. So I thought in the second half, we gave up that touchdown going into the fourth quarter. We needed to drive it. We weren't going to come away with a field goal. We needed to score a touchdown. That was the mentality going in it. And to have the 3rd down and 8, we kind of went backwards there, but, Mitch made a great play, and so did Dre Rushton catching that football. So, again, I don't know time of possession, but I thought the second half, especially the fourth quarter, I thought we were able to control the ball. We were able to run the football, which always helps. And, you get into games like that because, again, their defense comes at you from every angle, and we wanted to make sure our run, we could block movement and blitz, and I thought we did a great job of that tonight.
On the 4th down, prior to the game winner, obviously 4th and 1, you went for it. Any thought of the field goal at that point?
No.
There was 20
None.
seconds left to go.
None. And the reason was, you got wind in this stadium, and we wanted it closer for them. And so for us, we knew we wanted to get that first down. We had a goal to get as close to the 20. We felt good about that. We always ask the kickers, if we're going in this direction, what's the yard line we need to get to? If we're going the other direction, they came and said, you know what, we're good once we're inside the 25. So now we were just trying to get inside the 25 and using the time. So, Tyshawn King catches it. Gets inside the 25-yard line. We had a timeout, called the timeout.
Coach, you told us on Tuesday, to expect more from Joey, and for him to have another touchdown today, a redshirt freshman, just what's it mean for you in this program and for Joey?
He almost had 2, that one right before half. And, we got a lot of great young kids in this program that some people aren't familiar with, and we see them every day in practice. And so I'm excited for what the future looks for those guys. When I say we're a developmental program, it takes time. Joey played 1 year of high school football, but was a great athlete, as a basketball track guy. So coming from the spring and learning to run routes and catch the football, and to see him make those plays, in the beginning of the year, we didn't know he would be able to do that, but he progressed, just like Des Lee has progressed. So we got a lot of those young guys where, we go into our half of the season, you might see a little, some other young guys that maybe be able to help us, knowing you're not burning their red shirt.
Is it just the conference? You lose on a game walk-off last week, 7 days later you went on a walk-off. Is that just?
It is. And I know it's hard. I'll get questions. When you're going to get over the hump? Guys, Brock Spack is going on 100th win today. Who's been in this league for 15 years. He understands how hard it is to win games, how hard it is to go on the road and win a football game, how hard it is to defend your home turf. So again, that's the mentality, and I think you need to learn. You go all the way back to last year and look at the road games. 2-1 on the last play of the game, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. That's the league we play in. We're proud of that league. There's a reason why that league, when they do make the playoffs, have opportunities to get to the national championship game, because each and every week you're tested and challenged. Something's going to be different. They ran the ball today on us better than any team ran it. We gave up, but they did a great job spreading it out too. And so now you're trying to defend pass. You're trying to defend the run. I thought they did a great job, but when we needed a stop, I'm proud that our defense came up with a stop.
I'm sure you've seen the holder, the snapper, the kicker do that operation thousands of times. What's it like, in that moment for those 3 kids there that took on that moment 1,000 times, and now it's here in the big game, big moment. What's you feeling?
I'm so proud of them, and to see them be able to enjoy that success. And, you do it. You heard Mitch say, practice execution becomes game reality. Friday we do Hurricane where they're running out onto the field with no time and got to get set to kick the ball within 13 seconds and get the ball up because we have no timeouts. We work on it when we do have timeouts. So to be able to see that go from the practice field to the game field, we want to do that in every aspect of our program. And in the fourth quarter, we talk about the 3 phases of football. We need superior special teams. We had a roughing. We got to be smarter than that. And it starts with me. Like, okay, if we're not, then, we cannot get a penalty there. But, get the kick at the end of the game with special teams. Our defense, when they needed to stop, they got to stop. Now the complementary offense was take the ball with less than 5 minutes and take all the time off the clock and do a walk-off field goal. So to see that come to fruition, I mean, you're proud of your kids. That's what you want to see. And I couldn't be more excited. And I told them they got to enjoy this. But again, tomorrow, guys, big wins, tough losses. Guess what? Next one up will be most important. But I'm going to enjoy tonight. I probably won't go to sleep, knowing that tomorrow it's a whole new week and we got to get ready for a whole set of new challenges that we're going to need and get better. Learn from this game. How are we going to get better offensively, defensively, and on special teams?
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Good job.